This is take 4. Hello, hello, hello. I need a sign of life, 10 fingers and 10 toes to know if you are hearing me. Sean Nichols, can you be my thumbs up? Stephanie Pyle, Hamilton White. Yeah, take 4. Alan Kress, but I'm not seeing anybody. Like, you're seeing each other, but you're not seeing me. Yes or no? Corinne Kenny, something's gone wrong here. Yeah, no, you're not seeing me. Jamal, do you see me? Guys, I'm not sure if anybody is hearing me. We are seeing you, Jamal. Carrie, you're hearing me. Thumbs up. If you hear me, okay. Nobody's following directions. Nobody's giving me any thumbs. Christopher Style. Okay, Christopher, I'll speak to you today. How's that? Chuck Hall, I hear and see you. Okay, I feel better now. Well, first of all, Parks Casino. Parks Casino, this is how you win. They've got it all. It's my casino of choice. You know that. 3,200 state-of-the-art slot machines, table games, great grub, great entertainment. Colin Jost tonight performs at the White House Correspondent Association dinner, and I saw him, I guess, a month and a half ago there, which was really fabulous. 1,500-seat Excite Center, a good place to go see a show. Marshall Tucker Band, Heard It in a Love Song. I remember there was a particular summer, what would that have been? I don't know, a long time ago, where I sang that song constantly. Femmes of Rock. TC loves Femmes of Rock. She's always singing Femmes of Rock songs. Snooki and Joey and their It's Happening podcast tour, June 28. The Juicy Scoop Experience podcast with Heather McDonald. Woofa. October 4. You got to be 21. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. So I received this notification from the interim president of the University of Pennsylvania, J. Larry Jameson, MD, PhD, and it's sent to the Penn community. Let me just show you this. So this arrives by email, and I read it, and it says, over the last 24 hours, we have closely monitored the protest that evolved into an encampment on the college green. We have vigilantly supported the rights of our community members to protest peacefully. Representatives from Open Expression, University Life, and faculty leadership have engaged with some of the protesters with limited access to the broader group. Unfortunately, says the interim Penn president, blatant violations of university policies and credible reports of harassing and intimidating conduct compel us to protect the safety and security of our campus community. The encampment itself violates the university's facilities policies. The harassing and intimidating comments and actions by some of the protesters, which were reported and documented by many in our community, violate Penn's open expression guidelines. Further along, it says, the vandalism of the statue in front of College Hall, that's a statue of Ben Franklin, with anti-Semitic graffiti was especially reprehensible and will be investigated as a hate crime. So on the way to work, this being work today to deliver my CNN program, I said to myself, I got to go take a look. So I parked over on the Penn campus. I walked up Locust Walk. Remember, this is my alma mater for law school. I know the campus very well. And there was the tent encampment. There was like not a sign of life. There was a police vehicle parked. There were, campus police in it. But like nobody was evident to me in the encampment. They were all asleep. If I'd seen anybody, and by the way, I'm posting a video on my YouTube page of what I saw on the Penn campus. Let me see if I can show it to you. Yeah, here we go. So this is footage that I recorded this morning on the Penn campus at their tent encampment. Somebody dropped off water. Looks like pizza and snacks too. I don't think they've got a right to do this. I'm all for, there you go, that gives you a good feel for it. I'm all for First Amendment rights, it's not a First Amendment issue per se because it's a private university. We've been over this ground many, many times. But I draw the line on tents. I draw the line on tents. Show up on the college green, whether it's Columbia, USC, Penn, now it's all over the country. And say what you want to say so long as it's not hateful or inspiring violence. And I'll defend your right. I defend the right of the valedictorian at USC to have delivered her valedictorian address at commencement. I think it was terrible that they first told her she couldn't speak, and then that they canceled the main commencement at USC. Pointed out in the New York Times today is that USC last year, one of the graduates was one of President Obama's daughters. And somehow they secured that environment. So I think it sends a terrible message when universities can't control these situations and honor speech. But my line is drawn with the encampments. Columbia, USC, Penn, wherever. And I got to say this, I also question whether this is astroturfing. I would love to have seen who is sleeping in those tents on the Penn campus, and are they really students? And one of the reasons why I'm dubious, and I'm going to get into this on television today, I shared this on radio. Yeah, here it is. In its spring 2024 survey of voters 18 to 29, the Harvard Kennedy School Institute of Politics found that the Israel-Hamas conflict ranked way down on the list of issues of concern to young voters. The top 5 most important issues to this group: inflation, healthcare, housing, gun violence, and jobs. Israel and Palestine, 15 on 16. 15 out of 16 issues. Why this suddenly has sparked such a fuse? I don't know. I mean, why not abortion rights? Why not democracy? Why not the invasion of Ukraine by Russia? Why not any of the many controversies surrounding Donald Trump? And then all of a sudden, I just think it's being engineered. I think it's being engineered, and these campuses are just like befuddled what to do. I know what to do. Honor speech rights, but don't allow it to go too far that it disrupts the final month of class and exams and camaraderie of all the other students. They are the priority, in my view. And not lost on me is the fact that if you're a member of the class of 2024, college, you were in all likelihood a member of the class of 2020, high school. You didn't have a high school graduation because of COVID. And now, in many instances, you're not going to get the typical graduation because of these protests, because of capitulation. Yeah, COVID robbed you the first time. Capitulation by the universities is robbing some of you in the second go-round. Poll question today at Smerconish.com. Should universities permit protesting students to sleep in tents on school property? No. I don't think that Penn should permit what I saw there this morning. If those students were standing there, if they showed up right now and they stood there and they put up a soapbox and they talked about, their agenda without hate, no anti-Semitism, certainly no incitement of violence, have at it, but not in a way that's going to disrupt everybody else. Those are my 2 cents. So, thank you for watching this morning. Sorry for the miscue. I don't know what the technical issue was at the outset. Scott Galloway, the NYU professor, brilliant guy, great soundbite. He's going to be my guest on CNN talking about it. I'm doubly appreciative of Scott today because I know he was up late doing Bill Maher's show in LA last night. I also want to talk about the Trump trial and drill down on the issue of whether the prosecution is sufficiently dotting the I's and crossing the T's to establish Trump's intent election-wise not to protect his family, and how does Trump rebut that? We'll also analyze the report of a number of academics that looked at rates of incarceration among the immigrant community. That's fascinating. I did it on radio already. And then a commentary that I'm going to deliver about the RFK Jr. factor. You know, initially perceived as pulling from Joe Biden and electing Donald Trump. And now there's been a reversal where it's Trump who went after Bobby via Truth Social last night. So the Kennedy football keeps bouncing. Watch me on television this morning. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate when you watch, when you listen to the radio show, come to see the live events, all that good stuff. You are appreciated. That's what I wanted to say. Have a good day.